Let me get this. Get that going, and then let's get Craig in here. My boy Craig.
Craig! We would like to welcome Craig into chat.
Now recording.
Love that.
Thank you, Craig.
Love that.
Thank you, Craig.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Don't forget to play some musica.
In
I
the
don't
house
know why.
of Red Dwarf.
I think it's the two.
Nosy.
How you're gonna say don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Just smash that like button.
Brought to you by today's sponsor, Raid Shadow.
For some reason, I thought you were gonna go like Blue Apron. I don't know.
That would be great. That is one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Alright, let me get that open.
I'm looking for that audible.com sponsorship. Audible, if you're hearing this, I'm your man.
What's the Casper mattresses?
Oh, yeah, that's another big one. I've seen a lot of athletic greens lately.
Oh yeah, it's been popping up. I get the it's even popped up in videos where I feel like it shouldn't, but the where you can buy like the 1 acre no. What is
Scotland
it?
thing?
Yeah, where you buy the little
Title?
plot of land and be able
Oh, the
something titles, sponsored titles,
something
or-
titles.
I don't know if I said it or not, but yeah.
Also, Balenciaga, I hear you might be looking for a new sponsor.
Looking to sponsor a random no-name podcast.
10 out of 10 content.
I'll wear your mouth guard.
Right here.
30 years from now, we'll look back on this recording and be like, second episode, remember when we joked about Balenciaga?
Oh, God. I would never wear those shoes. Anyway. Getting back to our story, getting back to our game. Again, don't forget to play some music, get a vibe.
Easy.
We'll return to Arcavios once more, seeing the morning sky beginning to rise over the south shores. We would zoom in to the Pine Forest, where we'll sort of cut to just shortly after sunrise, as we would see all of you with Gregor Steelcrest beginning to head east, heading towards the eastern reaches of the Pine Forest. Our party would loosely follow along the small lake here, going up its muddy shores. It would be fairly easy to pick out what you believe are the almost week-old remnants of what looks to be these large tracks that sort of push through the fairly soft, muddy earth here. Thankfully, it looks like the cart tracks that they sort of left behind are still vaguely reminiscent here, and the lack of wildlife in the past week or so has probably been pretty helpful to that extent. But as you guys sort of press on up these shores, any particular questions or anything for Gregor during this early leg, as you guys are, again, pretty early on in the day, maybe just woke up, had a very quick breakfast, and have begun to set out on this like 2-ish hour journey from what you've been told?
So, Gregor, I mean, you said you used to work at this this Brixton place.
Ah, right. Strixhaven University.
Oh, yeah, that place. Yeah. What? So you did like the martial combat training and stuff. How long ago were you there?
Let's see. My tenure ended almost 30 years ago. Actually, funny enough, I think the anniversary is coming up fairly soon.
30 years ago, you say?
Yeah, 30 years. It was a bit of a rough patch. My 40-year stay there wasn't glorious at times, but we did good work. We did good work.
And so for 40 years. Wow.
And so, like, what, like, made you decide to part ways?
Well, just sort of had enough of it.
Graduated.
It was a lot of stuff. Not
Break.
so glorious at times, but it just felt like the right time. It felt like I had done everything I could there.
Can I roll like an insight on this? Do I believe this?
Yeah,
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
yeah. Gail's reading this guy like trying to.
15. Oh, 22 from Gale.
Show me your secrets.
Oh shit!
No, show
20
me.
from Brett.
Natural 20. Got a dirty 22 and a natural 22.
Natural 22.
I'm enjoying the hike.
Marius doesn't give a shit.
Marius is like, they're so loud. It's so quiet out here. If they would just shut up.
I'm just
Yeah,
getting
so
steps ahead.
I
hard
wonder what Captain
to
Professor
ignore.
Liliana is up to. That's what's going through Marius's mind.
Is what?
He's like, I wonder what Captain Professor Liliana is up to.
I hope she's okay. Do you think she needs my help? Maybe I should just go there.
I wonder if she misses me.
Gregor, you guys would be sort of like picking up. Kellen, it's hard to get an exact vibe. He seems to be truthful, from what you could be telling. But with our double 22s over here, he's definitely believes what he's saying. Nothing he's saying is a lie, though he does seem to be holding back. Hard to discern one way or another, but he's being honest.
He had to have been there during the incident. Like, surely that's some of what he's talking about.
I mean, you never know. With your 22s, I mean, the timeline matches up, and insight, yeah, maybe he doesn't want to share that with a bunch of basically strangers, even though he does trust you guys, obviously.
Mm-hmm. You know, now that you say it, didn't feel like I heard something happened a while ago at Strixhaven, right?
Oh, yeah, that might be that one thing I know about it. Maybe that's why it rang a bell.
Yes, one of the many famous stories of Strixhaven. Sounds like you may be referring to the Great Attack, when those Chaos users besieged the campuses. I can tell some of you at least know what this is, and to save the suspense, yes, I was there.
Yeah,
I saw
sounds
it all
pretty
go.
wild.
Saw it all go down.
Oh,
Wow. Jeez. Wait, I guess I could get why you left then, huh?
I mean, do you want to talk about it? Like, that sounds like a pretty crazy thing to go through. Like,
Look, it was 50 years ago. I've dealt with the horrible things that I saw during that event. I've put it behind me. Try not to think about it, quite honestly. It's, not pleasant, to say the least.
sure, but like, did those students come out here recently because they knew about like how you were also from that place? Or was that like a coincidence where they're like, oh, whoa, by the gods, like, what are you doing here?
No. I brought up that I was a former professor myself, and they acknowledged me, asked me what college I personally attended, which I had to inform them I'm one of the few proud betwixt professors to ever walk through the doors, and they had a pleasant time with that, light exchange, and we proceeded on with our evenings. Had a few drinks. I know they didn't talk to too many people, but I mean, they weren't cold. They were fairly nice young men and women.
Oh, so they like weren't after you, right?
But why would they be after me? That doesn't make a...
Well, because one time I saw this play where like this guy saw something really bad, and even though he was like just a kid, then like later when the bad guy like got even stronger, he like wanted to kill everyone who saw him from back in the past, so that they couldn't tell other people stuff about the past. You know, kind of like that.
Oh, I think I've heard of that play. What was that? What was that called again, Gail? You know the one.
Uh,
Was it Sherry Mopper?
Oric and the boys.
I don't remember.
What color is this motherfucker's eyes? Just
He like raises an eyebrow, maybe like scratches his like fairly long, almost like starch white beard. Like pushes his hand through his like slicked back white hair. I wouldn't think of myself so important, if I'm being so honest. I did my part in ceasing the siege, but I wouldn't say that I would be on anyone's enemy list. This is a strange series of questions. I've had a lot of people ask a lot of questions about the event, and these are unique questions, to say the least.
Oh, sorry. What do people normally ask you?
What was it like teaching at the greatest university in the plains? That's usually one of the first ones I get.
see, that sounds weird to me.
well, we're like trying to find like the monsters we had to fight because of like those people, maybe. So that's kind of why like questions are in the direction they're in. Like.
Yeah, I
what
mean,
if there's
that's just
more.
the only lead we have right now are these supposed Strixhaven students that came through.
It's Big Spaven, I think.
Strixhaven, he was right,
Oh.
young man.
Sorry.
But I suppose it could possibly be connected, but I think if they were after my persons, they would have likely done so while in my presence. I, again, didn't make it a secret about my previous job. They didn't seem too terribly intrigued, besides, again, the common questions most alumni or professors ask. What college, what courses, what was your major, the basics.
Oh, what was your major?
Oh, me? No, I never actually attended Strixhaven, just
Oh.
taught at Strixhaven.
Shit.
And you taught the Betwixt?
Defense against the
That's
dark
what you
arts.
said?
I haven't heard of the Betwixt College.
Betwixt, it's, I've never really settled in on one of the colleges. I think they're all marvelous in their own ways, but I didn't feel like one truly aligned with me, and I chose to remain unaligned. Usually those are referred to as betwixt, and I wore that title with pride. I taught my students what I could. They respected me. I respected them. It was a good 40 years.
Whoa. $40 in school. I could hardly imagine too.
A lot of good youths come through there. Some real top-notch people.
Who was the coolest person you met?
The coolest person I ever met. Jay Porter. I can't remember his first name. It's just his initial. He usually went by Jay as it was, but he was quick, smart. Though one of the few years I actually got to coach a Betwixt Mage Tower team, he was our head starter. Even though he was from Prismari, he chose to be there, and that meant something.
Oh yeah, sounds like a cool guy. He's like looking out all of you guys.
Yeah, super cool guy. I bet.
And the track would sort of carry on as you guys would progress further and further. You'd follow these tracks for a good bit of time, again, maybe only traveling up the shores for 15 or 20 minutes, seeing that the shore line begins to bend over, heading a bit more south as it begins to wrap around, heading this direction. Not too terribly of a large lake, fairly small. You see these loose tracks sort of continue on this eastern trek. Luckily, the terrain's still fairly soft and muddy, so the tracks are pretty clear for the most part still in their eastern direction. Though looking ahead, the trees nearby begin to dense and cluster up a bit, as it's clearly evident that they chose to go up the coast as much as they could just for sheer ease of travel. This large cart, assumingly, that you're sort of picturing from these tracks, would probably be pretty difficult to get through sections of the Prime Forest, at least that you've seen so far. Sort of continuing on just a little bit more, heading away from the small lake and heading further into the actual woods itself at this east coast, or this east course direction. Can I get a survival check from whoever wants to be in charge of the tracks and our tracking? Whoever picks it, you can get advantage from Gregor sort of helping out where he can and trying to at least keep you guys on course of going east, so maybe that'll help you keep course of the general tracks.
Who wants to do it?
I'm very good survival, but I can do it.
I've got a 3.
I've got a 2.
I also have a 3.
Well, then since I want to kill Elle, I'll do it.
Is it because she beat you in Dragon Chess?
No, it's because she's evil.
Oh.
Evil.
I'm gonna assume it all goes back to chess.
19.
19 survival. So as you guys get further into these woods, Kellen, with the help of Gregor, you're easily able to pick up on these tracks and continue on, pressing forward into the forest. Again, roughly an hour, 2 hours begin to pass as you guys begin winding through bits and of the forest here. As you get further into what Gregor refers to as the eastern reaches, the tree clusters would begin to tighten up at sections, making straight travel a bit harder, even on foot, let alone for these Lorehold students who are likely, lugging along this hand cart the whole time. You guys begin to press on. Another 30, 45-ish minutes beginning to pass, roughly about an hour. And eventually you guys would begin to see that the trees here begin to open up again. Another one of these glens, these like pockets of opening here in the forest. Kellen and Gregor are sort of like in the lead, everyone else trailing, maybe just a couple of steps behind. You guys first would immediately pick out what looks to be a discarded cart or wagon of some kind. As you guys begin moving closer to this opening, this almost like passageway into this glen, you begin to come over and you can see that there's a smashed handcart here. A few crates and boxes are sort of tossed about. A lot of its contents that were likely here in this wagon have been sundered, as several of its wheels have just been destroyed or kicked off. Remnants of dried blood sort of scatter across the broken wood frame and the discarded remnants here.
Oh my.
As you guys begin to get a little bit closer into this glen, sort of off to your left, you can see what looks to be a discarded camp. A fairly large-looking tent with a few bedrolls placed off to the side. A fire, a sort of pit that was like loosely placed here that has like long burnt embers of wood, assumingly. Looking about, again, the sort of fall, autumn, like orangish-brown leaves create this strange texture here, this dark scene painted as you look closer at the tent and this former campsite. The tent is slashed, giant holes in it. There's blood scrapes, like loosely across the grassy terrain that still reside here, long dried, almost blackened. Off to the side, the bedrolls have been slashed in sections, portions tossed. What looks to be maybe a few of their supplies that were nestled to the side have just been cracked and sundered and destroyed. This entire area ransacked. And as you guys get closer, this destroyed handcart, again, being the closest thing to you as you get to this opening. Farther off from where you are, maybe 40, 50-ish feet from the discarded wagon you're approaching, in the middle of this glen, you begin to see what looks like a large pit, getting just a little bit closer, now maybe 40-ish feet off, basically right next to this destroyed cart at this point. There is a giant hole that's been dug here, seeing this destroyed, broken scene just outside this massive hole that's been dug.
Light it on fire? Yeah, guys? Yeah? Why the fuck not? We don't know what's down there.
That's exactly why we don't set it on fire.
How
Is there
how
anything left on the cart?
Give me an investigation check if you're gonna go kind of poke through it, because it's essentially like right next to you guys at this point. You're almost standing with the sort of tree line that circles this opening here in the forest, so you haven't really like entered proper yet. And giving it a quick check through, Brett, everything in here is broken, discarded. There maybe be remnants of books, but they would be like partially shredded. Some of them maybe even waterlogged from rainfall that has maybe come through. Crates sort of shattered. Any remnants inside, maybe once food, or like beginning to rot, giving a pretty bad smell. Kellen sort of coming over to join, giving it a look. This thing is completely fucked.
A bunch of junk.
Can we make out like any of the titles of the books or anything? Like,
you grab one or two of them and sort of look at the spines on them. These two that are like still here are like in the spines are like loosely legible. Some of them have like hard smudges, maybe like a split. We were having to like fold the book back in to see the full title. But sort of reading these two, one looks to be a history tome. The Blood Age is recounted. It looks like a school book from what you can kind of see from the remaining pages, and the other will look to be Excavation, a friendly guide to digging through the earth.
I mean, this hole doesn't look too friendly, man.
how big? You said it was big, but like
Can we like fit in it and like walk in it?
It's like this hole, and you guys can
It's
see
just like a
because
big crater.
it's almost like a giant crater, and even though you guys aren't even that close, it looks like it has some depth to it. You can see remnants of webs sort of like come up around the edges that you can see. And again, I didn't paint a very good picture, but there is still like some like webs and various clusters draped across things. Nowhere near as dense as it was around Himble, though. But still, those like spidery remnants, like webs, are lingering throughout the forest here.
did they let this shit out of here or something?
You dug it in. Can I grab something kind of heavy and throw it in the hole?
Yeah, you guys are about 40-ish feet out, so you could give it a huck from this distance or get any range closer if you so choose.
Yeah,
I'll be kind of on the edge, and I want to hit like enough web, like in case there's web sense. Or just being open and on. I'm
Okay.
just gonna huck it.
So you're crossing
Gale's
that.
gonna be like 30 feet away from Marius.
So you're pretty close to
Just
the edge.
watching him.
And just see if anything happens.
I'm gonna say halfway between the furthest person out and whoever's staying back.
That's fair. Where would Kellen be for all of this?
I mean, I think that he is kind of looking at the books, kind of by the cart and stuff still, as
Gotcha.
Marius starts like walking over to the hole to throw something in. I don't think he's paying attention too much to that.
That's fair. As you sort of cross that threshold, Marius, Brett just a couple paces behind. Gregor over with you, Kellen. Gale, you're basically right by them in the cart. It's about a 30-foot gap between you and Marius.
Okay.
As
but
you sort of...
I'm watching them.
Oh, for sure. And Marius, as you get like a pretty good sized rock, come over to this edge and give it just even like a glance before throwing. It seems to be fairly deep. At a point, even your dark vision gives in, and it seems to be a little bit more darkness, unsure how far down. But it does seem to be filled with all manner of webs that sort of lace at various points going along this thing. Now that you're at this thing's edge, probably end to end, it's like 25 feet from where you are to the other side of this hole. It has this very rough, like rocky face that sort of jettisons down straight into the earth below. And you grab your hefty rock and give it a good throw, sort of down center, trying to catch as many of these as you could. And it boom, 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 begins to hit some of these like fairly thick-sounding webs, as they have a pretty hard like tug as they're pulled in, breaking down a fair amount of them actually. And as it hits down on the ground. Give me an investigation check. Quick investigation check. Ooh. Even with an 8, it hit the ground fairly soon as it went out of reach of your dark vision, which you can see about 60-ish feet or so in dark. And you think it maybe went another 10, 15-ish feet past that before it hit a hard thud onto some sort of ground and no more sound coming from it.
I want to look around for another decent sized rock, and I'm going to cast light on it and then throw that down.
And as it sort of thuds down, maybe drawing like...
It helps at all.
Yeah, it draws like Kellen Gregor's attention, grabbing another heavy rock, and as soon as you cast light on it, all of you would hear this.
After I threw the first one.
All of you would hear this echo, this screech coming from down below. It would reverberate, and it would almost reverberate out. Moments later, you hear movement beginning to come through Marius.
Oh God.
What would you like to do in this second?
How big is the opening?
This hole, it's like 25 feet wide.
Big.
There is one thing I'm gonna do. Okay, so I hear like a horrible screech, and I feel like something's on its way, right?
That's what it seems like. You hear this horrible screech, and then you hear like shuffling movement as if something is crawling up. It hasn't yet breached your dark vision sight. It seems to be coming from maybe even like a further chamber or tunnel of some kind and heading this direction.
Do I have... What character is that? Okay, maybe I don't have it on here. I'm gonna pull out my staff and then just cast the shillelagh on it, and then be like, I think something's coming, and then I'm gonna back up from the hole, and I guess, yeah, that's it. I'll warn everybody and kind of back up.
All right, you're like how far back you thinking? Like, because kind of loosely,
probably...
everyone has like a full turn's worth of things they could do. So you could do like a full movement as well as obviously like your shillelagh and stuff like that.
I'll do shillelagh, and then I'll just go like... Actually, I lied. I think he's going to pull out his staff, do the shillelagh, and then can I hold an Eldritch Blast for once he sees something?
I'm down. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're
I
going
do
to
that,
stand your ground and hold
it.
Eldritch Blast.
If he can't, then I'll just back up.
That's
and then you...
beautiful.
That's it.
All right. What about Brett? Kind of being the closest, maybe loosely hearing some noises coming from the hole, hearing him essentially call out something's coming.
I mean, I'll move back 30 feet-ish. And I'll get my swords out. And actually, I guess I won't move back 30 feet. I'll move back like 15. And then I'll get my swords out. And I'll hold my attack.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Gale, in this brief moment, as you were sort of watching this and see Marius throw rock 1, gets rocked 2, and as soon as he casts light, this horrible screech comes through, movement begins to come up the tunnel. Marius sort of like drops the rock, changes plan, is standing there with like a charge to like blast in hand. Brett sort of coming back, blades drawn.
She's gonna follow suit. She's got a good distance already. Maybe even takes another 5 or 10 feet steps back. Just because that's 90 feet of range. Yeah. She's gonna hold a chromatic orb at 2nd level.
Oh, nice. Kellen, sort of being alerted, you and Gregor maybe like looking over last as everything is happening and hearing Marius's call, seeing all your allies begin to prep for combat.
So I'm like 30 feet away from the hole. already.
Let me double check. Yeah, you're almost exactly 30 feet away from it.
Okay, so I think the tentacles would reach into the quiver, pull out the bow, and I would just ready those attacks for anything that pops out that fucking hole.
Hell yeah. All you guys setting up as you begin to hear this terrible sound, this heavy movement coming, like these almost thudding, kung, 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 kung. No grace or poise or even attempt at stealth. This thing is moving fast. And Marius, being at the edge, sort of looking down with this charge in hand, you can see what looks to be this strange form. Looking down, you can see everything in an almost grayscale when it reaches that darkness. And you see this black and white, strange-looking spider, a large bulbous back with what looks to be some sort of green liquid in it. There's almost like these translucent pockets on portions. It would have these tendrils that come out, these legs that sort of are leading it. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And moving alongside with it, sort of in the middle, the 5th and 6th leg, so to speak, would be human legs. On the front, it would have a human's torso, its head having these strange tendrils as well that sort of come out, these almost snake-like tongues that sort of fork out of its mouth, its face expressionless and dead. Whatever humanoid remain is on here looks long since deceased. And as soon as you have sight on this thing, you immediately
I made a mistake.
let loose an eldritch blast down this tunnel.
Matt, what sort of abomination have you created?
Halloween.
What? A 19 hits this guy. 13 damage.
Nice.
Boom. As you light this thing up, one giant blast to its face as you hit its face, impacting it slightly. Like you can see what would be bone and skin and flesh sort of break in on its face, but as it continues up, it's not letting out any immediate screech or noise quite like you had heard down in the chamber. But it is climbing up these walls. And as it sort of breaches the edge, all of you take in the horrible sight of this unearthly looking creature. I think I have a handout, maybe?
Oh god, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Show me.
Oh my god.
Get their shit coming like out of its mouth.
Wow.
I
Those
hate it.
legs are wild.
So
Guys.
horrible.
I worked really hard on this. Don't
I made this in Adobe.
Say it, but that's a spider not even you could love.
Yeah, this is horrible.
What's that sound? That's just my child, Joffrey. You know.
The
Yes.
worst.
Look at me walk, daddy.
Hug me, father.
Oh god. You guys would see this terrible visage come over this edge, its undead face making
I
this
made a
like
mistake.
expressionless gaze upon all of you. And before you guys use your held initiatives or held attacks, let's go ahead and roll for initiative real quick here.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I actually gotta go. It's been fun.
It's been fun.
Hurry up, not be that close to that
God.
thing.
Got too real.
I got a
Oh, Jesus. Double ones again.
cheater.
Brett with a
Well.
14 again. What? What is this?
Oh, there he is. No.
We
These
got
are
3
hacks.
of the same initiative rolls as last time,
I
all
love
from the
it.
same people. What?
I love it.
Just a little
Create the
rusty.
same order.
Ooh,
Hey,
low
okay,
roll,
okay.
low roll.
It's your turn to go. It's good show us.
Okay. So we got initiative rolled as you guys see this terrible creature come over this essential, like, the edge of the tunnel as it had just shambled up. Its face half caved in from Marius's shot. As soon as it's over the edge, we'll just go in our turn order, initiative order. Kellen, you let loose 2 shots with your extra attack with your held action.
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop.
Eat him.
Oh, a 13 will miss whoosh, as you let loose your shot.
It's because I was vomiting in my mouth a little bit.
Thank you.
That's hot.
Funny hits, though, right?
And then can I know it wasn't held, but can I still expend a psionic die because I hit?
Yeah. You can still spend
Okay.
it. Especially like once per turn, you could pop that. So when your turn comes around, technically that will restart your turn. In my mind,
Okay.
anyways, that's how that works.
Okay, but so anytime that I use psionic die for the psionic strike, the telekinetic thrust.
You can push it.
So yeah, it's gonna get pushed back and down into the hole.
Hell yeah! So roll
Hopefully.
me that psionic die. Roll me that psionic die.
5 is respectable. We'll take
Ooh,
a 5.
5 is respectable. As your arrow lands true, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you were hoping. It almost barely notices the shot, but as you pulse with your psionic strike, you can see it cave in as you like implode a section of its shoulder that you've let loose with that contact. That
Strength
damage
save.
seems to be
Strength save
full
throw.
damage. And a strength saving throw from this mofo. What is your intelligence modifier there, Chansey?
It's only a 1.
So our DC is 11? Or no, you have a +3, so our DC is 12?
Yeah.
12. Y'all's proficiency modifier is +3, right? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yeah.
12.
It's 9 when it goes up. Level 9.
Let's go. Boom.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
That is a 22, a natural 18 for the
Yeah,
undead
so you-
spider.
He's not going anyway.
As you see that impact happen, its strange human legs would like grip onto the edge like unnaturally, like clearly like rending some of the bones to keep it still on this edge as it teeters after that blow.
Maybe some of the spider webs help it stick too.
That's very fair. That's a very good point.
Ugh, this thing's so fucking gross. Yeah, so that's the
The
held action.
Held
Right.
action. Yeah, that's a held action. So
Cool.
from held action number 1, we'll go to held action number 2 over here. We'll go to Gale, since you're also at this great range with your chromatic orb charged up.
Oh yeah, I guess Brett was holding a melee, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine with her holding it like this, the orb was just, it started spinning, but it's just been like her pure blue light energy. And then as soon as she gets sight on it, her eyes like change, like light up, and then it changes to fire as she lets it loose.
Hell yeah.
And I said second level. Oh, well that'll. Ooh, we're gonna seeking spell.
Seeking spell? Is that 2 sorcery points?
Please. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead and take those off. Give me a reroll.
Let's press that again. You know what? That's okay.
I just want to hit it anyway.
A 12 will miss as your whoosh, chromatic orb goes wide, impacting a nearby tree.
Uh-oh.
Boom.
Should I roll damage?
No, it's fine. I'm not gonna be that guy. Like, if you got a natural 1, maybe I would contemplate it, but it's fine.
She yells, shit! That's held action.
Held action. Solid. And Brett, you did have a held action to make a melee attack, but if you wanted to switch it out for a ranged attack, in this like quick moment, sounds fair enough to me.
I mean, I'll say that I didn't like hold a spell, so I won't use a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll switch it for a cantrip. Like maybe he like pulled out his swords and then like got horrific thing crawled out of the hole, and he was like, "Holy fucking shit!" He like throws his hand forward like with his sword, and like it comes shooting out of his hand. And he does a produce flame attack, which like none of you have even seen because it's not really worth doing. No, this isn't me.
That's my
Hey.
favorite
Shit.
cantrip.
Oh,
Hey,
Jesus.
don't belittle yourself, Brett.
I love
I'm gonna use
produce flame.
the most unworth it thing ever. I did too, actually. It's pretty solid.
You can make a little flame in your hand like a torch.
And then you can throw it.
You can throw it.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
It's
Right.
basically firebolt. It's just it only has a maximum of 2 less damage.
That's a natural 19.
Wow.
7. A 26 will definitely hit this guy. 3 damage.
that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. As it
Oh, excuse me.
throw out this small, tiny little embers of flame as it hits true. Does full damage. Just, you were hoping it would do more damage. Not resisted, just low damage.
Okay.
Alright. That's all of our held actions. Gregor's held action. What in the hells is that thing?
You fucking tell me, dude. What the fuck?
Kellen, we'll go to you, my good sir.
Save me.
We are going to action surge.
Action surge.
Sacrifice
Dun,
yourself
dun,
for me.
dun, dun, dun. 4 attacks with the bow. Dun, 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 bow.
Beautiful.
And of course, like always, we will use the psionic die on the first one that hits for a psionic strike, and
Yes,
then
sir.
we will do a strength saving throw for that motherfucker.
Yes.
Push it back.
Oh,
Oh,
Do
your
better.
first shot going wide.
fucking look at that thing! It's disgusting.
Close your eyes and shoot, please. Can't be any worse.
23 definitely hits. 13 damage. 5 as it has that booming impact upon landing. Though that 13 damage didn't seem to be fully dealt to it, resisting just a little bit. Stakes was 11 damage collectively. Another
How dare
23. Oh. Good damage dealt, though. Good damage. 10. Yeah, that one going wide. 4 shots, rapid succession. The first one that lands does the impact psionic strike. Landing the second one, not as much damage as you had hoped for. Again, with the 12. Seems to be resistant to these sort of simple piercing attacks. Second shot fourth shot going wide. That's just action. You got any bonus action or movement, my good sir?
Nothing right now, but strength save.
That's right. I totally forgot. Strength save from your psionic strike. DC we said was 12.
Ah!
Right.
Eat a
Ooh.
bitch.
And it get pushed 10 feet.
Yes.
Boom, boom. As it gets pushed back over the edge and begins to fall down. Marius being fairly close, you can see some of the remaining webs like loosely break its fall. You see this thing managing to basically skitter to a stop about 35-ish feet down into this tunnel as it's clinging on to the web-covered walls.
Hurry up and get back here!
I want to so bad.
Yeah, and that ends his turn.
All right. Solid turn. Solid turn. We will go to Mr. Hotman. Seeing Kellen lace this thing with 2 shots, one of them imploding, knocking it into this hole. It's out of your current line of sight at the moment.
Come pick me up and then carry me back.
Burn it with fire! Throw fire down there!
Yeah, I'm gonna run forward 20 feet and be like, Darius, get back. And then
I
I'll
can't move
go
my legs.
ahead. I'll go ahead and try. I'm gonna aim my hands down into the hole. I'm gonna try burning hands at level 4.
Oh shit.
Ooh. Damn.
Damn. Dex save DC 14. Go ahead and roll me some damage because he takes some no matter what.
So that's 5d6?
5d6. Cast at level 4. 5d6. This is a Dex save, not its strong suit, by the way. But, well, no, this one applied to psionic strikes. But it does have magic resistance. So it is going to get advantage on this Dex save. Still,
Let's
only
bitch.
getting a 3. It has a -1 to Dex. Or only getting a 6.
the damage though.
14 fire damage as you light this thing ablaze, just charring it from afar. Oh wait, 15-foot cone. It is too far down for you to hit it, actually.
Oh,
I guess I would know that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you waste that. If I would have known that at the top of the turn, I would have told you that. Because it's like 35-ish feet down. Like as you're looking, it's like clinging to like some of the web-covered wall portions. It's about 35-ish feet down up against the wall.
Burn the webs! Burn the webs!
Yeah, I guess I'll hold my action again. But this time
until it gets up close.
Yeah, I'll hold burning hands, but only at level 1.
Okay. Once it gets within that 15-foot cone, you'll pop it. Okay, I like it. Good call.
And then for bonus action, I'll throw a bardic inspiration to Marius, like, get out of here! Clap on the shoulder.
I love that.
Fire bracers.
Fire bracers. That warmth you can feel in your forearms. All
Too
right.
hot, too hot.
We'll
Flames of
go
our bromance.
to the Hotman. We'll go to the Breathtaker.
I won't tell Quinn.
You guys about to make out? Not in front of the spider, guys.
Not in front of the spider.
Looks at the spider. Yeah, no, not in front of the spider.
Okay. Don't have much movement. I can get right there. Does not give me a view on the spider though.
Does not. I mean, you could see Brett like clearly looking down into the tunnel, and his hands are like charged up, like at the ready, almost like, you know, a la the Kamehameha reference. He's almost like holding it back, like waiting for this thing to get close. Like, and again, you guys have done enough training together. You know he's holding up like a burning hands or like some sort of dope ass fire spell.
Okay. Gale is going to. She draws up a big circle, and the wind just starts swirling around as she starts charging up to hold a storm sphere for as soon as that thing breaches the top of the hole and she can see it. And she's going to careful spell Brett and Marius when it happens.
Nice.
So they don't have to worry about being blown away. Wait, let me double check the wording on the spell real quick. It is each creature in the sphere when it appears must make a saving throw or take. Okay, so you don't even take half damage. You would just succeed on it and you don't take damage.
Yep.
And then I can still do the other part. Okay, cool. This works exactly how I thought it would.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I was like, wait.
I love that. I love it. So
So
you're holding...
I guess circles would already appear like underneath Brett and Marius as she's holding this. She's like, guys, I have a plan, but nobody else get closer. Is it once? Do I need to spend 2 points to protect both of them? Is that how it works?
Spell other creatures to make a saving throw. You can project creatures.
Because I think I can do it up to 3, which is my charisma modifier. But I think with the wording, I have to spend 1 point per.
It says, and she's a number of creatures.
A number of creatures up to... No, you're good. 1 point, you can cover up to 3. Because it says to do so, you spend 1 sorcery point and choose a number of
those creatures up to your charisma modifier.
Yeah. So you're totally good. 1 charisma, or 1 sorcery point, and you could shield up to 3 people from an AoE.
Okay. Well, fuck it. I'll Kellen, a circle appears under you too, just in case.
Fair enough. And what spell are we holding again? Just remind me.
Storm Sphere.
Storm Sphere. And you're holding it for like to drop it right on its head, basically, whenever it pops up.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius.
Beautiful.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere, so I guess that would probably even kind of go dip down into the hole, since we actually have under the ground
a very good
exposed.
point. Yeah.
But she wants to wait till she has eyesight on it.
All right. That sounds like a solid turn. Any bonus action or anything like that?
Well, once I have the spell, there's something I can do with my bonus action, but I don't think I'll be able to let that off during the reaction though. But
okay.
I'm just afraid if I start it before it gets in range, then it's not going to want to come out.
No, that makes perfect sense. I think it's a sound tactic.
I may waste a hit per se, but I want to be safe.
All right. So if that's it for Lady Breathtaker, we will go to the Undead Spider. Being about 35-ish feet down, this thing would probably begin to crawl up about loosely halfway. It'd be about 20 feet away-ish from the actual like surface, and as it's sort of like mid-climb again, about 20-ish feet out, its mouth would almost overextend, and you would hear a different screech, a different wail. The first one you heard was different. It was higher pitch. This one is like a drone. It's just this wail it lets out. I need both Brett and Marius, both of you guys, as it lets out a screech.
Ooh.
Constitution save.
Constitution saving throw. DC 12, not terrible.
No, Hotman.
Ooh.
Staring right at it, I can smell its breath.
Oh, both of the boys.
You have a... Can you use your Bardic Inspiration? Does that work for saves?
Can on a saving throw, I do believe. I think it's... I mean, I know if I'm wrong.
It's a D8 if you wanna risk that, then you'd need, what, 5 or higher?
I'll do it. I'll use it.
Heart of the cards. A
Hey.
6. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
Save
go.
me.
Managing to take no damage as you sort of manage to recoil, cover your ears in time. Brett, unfortunately, you will take 12 points of psychic damage as this wail sort of screeches out in your ear. Though through the sort of ear-piercing noise, like you manage to keep contact with your charged spell, like keeping eye contact even with this strange monster as it continues crossing, and as it gets within 15 feet, triggers your held action.
Revenge.
Light it
Couple
on
blood coming out the ears.
fire!
Good.
I don't know why it rolls an attack. I need to fix that. But oh no, that's not what I wanted to click. Okay, there you go.
DC 14 on this dex save, right? Yeah, dex save.
Yeah.
If I
And
had access
again,
to your sheet, I
it
could fix
does have
it.
its magic resist, so it will get advantage.
Fuck you, spider. No!
16.
No.
So it will
Hey, yeah,
take
hey, yeah, hey, yeah.
8 fire damage. All the damage full as you let out this huge fire wave. It ricochets down, touching many of the webs as they begin to cinder and burn, evaporating quickly. Nothing like catches. It's not like this carries on dramatically far, but it does catch enough to like clear out a large swath of the webs here, even past just the 15-foot cone you just unleashed.
Is it just me or do these burnt spiders smell kind of good?
It's like a
That
dead body
barbecue?
smell.
Wait, what? I didn't say anything.
And so it takes that damage as it continues to press on. That whale is almost continuing. Not that anyone would need to make any additional rolls or anything like that mechanically, but for atmosphere, it's just that it's this loud wail. It's like reverberating down into the tunnels.
No!
Yeah, I don't like that.
4 more coming.
As it breaches the surface again, Gale, you would be able to
Yeah.
use your action as it's like right there on the edge, basically coming up with its strange like appendages raised.
Can you take me?
So the wind finally, after her making it rustle even further, it suddenly picks up and turns into a sphere centered on these fucks right here.
Well, you said that plural.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You heard.
You heard.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I Eldritch Blast you, Gale? I thought it's wild. You missed that.
I don't
bit.
think I'll be able to do the lightning attack, but it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Save. And then
And they're
18,
totally
6.
fine. They automatically save.
strength.
There's a bunch of rocks and tree branches and shit start swirling around and trying to pelt it.
So this guy does have his magic resist still, so he'll
Yep.
get an advantage on this one. The boys are totally good. Advantage 17.
Yeah, it succeeds.
It will succeed. If it fails, is that just no damage if it succeeds?
Yeah, just no damage.
Oh, but yeah, then you can keep making
But,
attacks.
yeah.
And it has this.
With
Got,
my-
got you.
Yep.
Solid. So there's just this storm sphere that, with its 20-foot radius, is like essentially taking up the entire mouth opening of this tunnel. You guys can still see the visage of this dead spider in the midst of this like swirling storm. It's managing to
Also
hold
within
on.
30 feet, it's very hard to hear.
Yep.
And at the top of the sphere, there's a cloud that is very obviously electrified, waiting to strike.
That's great. Okay, this thing manages to survive, gets up to the surface, its appendage raised as it managed to sort of hold on to this ledge. It's gonna go.
Kill Brett.
Yeah, it did just get hit by Brett last with some mean fire. Let's go ahead and go a bash and a bite against
Why are
Mr.
you
Hot.
doing it to me?
I mean, all I did was kick up some wind.
No?
The bash
No?
misses.
Haha!
Bash misses and
Just
going in for
barely.
the bite.
Ha!
Oh,
Hey,
the 10
nice.
misses as this thing lets loose both of its attacks. This ominous drone still carrying on.
Fuck you, Spider Boy.
I mean, funny enough, at the end of its turn, I need Marius and Brett to both make perception checks with disadvantage.
No.
I
don't
also
do
think,
that.
just randomly with this, like, there's no more wind blowing around, like, it's all on the sphere, and yet somehow, like, the wind isn't even blowing away from the sphere. It's, like,
Mhm.
totally still now.
Hey.
But it is very loud, the sphere.
So Marius, it's a little too loud. Just this whirl of wind in that 30-foot radius is a little too hard to pick anything up. Brett, you swear, for the briefest of moments, you once again hear that loud come through the tunnel for just a moment before being drowned out by not only the wind, the insistent continued wailing that this strange undead spider is making in your face. And that'll be it for the undead Spider-Man. We'll go to Marius.
Well, I do call him Spider-Man. I don't like that.
Is man spider better?
It just made me think of a zombie Spider-Man now, and I'm just like, oh no, Peter Parker.
I will accept Spider They or Spider Person.
Yeah, I mean, it looks ambiguously genderless. We could not assume the gender of this weird ass spider thing.
Very fair.
It is
Very fair.
disgusting. It is a monstrosity, and it needs to die and be burned. That's all that matters.
That's how I feel when your tentacles come out. Mm. Yeah, it should be the same. I'm a Misty Step out.
Nice.
Hold on, I just gotta check my range on this other spell real quick. Future. Okay, then we're fine. I'll go one more. So Misty Step out. And then I'll use my Radiant Soul. And my little wings will pop out, and I'll go 20 feet straight up in the air. And that'll be my turn.
Nice. Nice.
Action, bonus action movement. Yep.
Solid turn. Solid turn. Whew. Whew. And are your wings like that? Like, do they look like physical wings, or are they like, I forget if they're like almost like the ethereal blue energy wings?
They're the ethereal.
Oh, it's so sick.
And, thoughts and prayers, Brett.
Are they actually like feathered wings, or?
Oh, ignore that.
I mean, they're lightly translucent. I never really pictured them as feathered.
Yeah, like are they like
Yeah.
leather wings? Are they feathers? Like
Think about it.
I mean, they could be like
Yeah.
ambiguous, just like, spiritual essence form of wings. They don't have to be too detailed.
yeah, that too.
Kind of pictured them light and translucent, and like just kind of fades out. Yeah.
You could even
Oh,
be
that's
real
cool. Like they don't have a
Yeah,
solid form, like it dissipates at the ends, kind of.
Yeah. Just
Just
kind
kind of abstract form.
Yep.
That's so
Just
sick. So
really
sick.
hard on the shoulders, but it's kind of fun.
That's badass. So you do that, and so you said you went up 30 feet straight in the air?
He just did 20 feet.
20. Okay. Awesome. Anything else, my good sir?
That is it. That's all the
That is
things.
it. Much like last combat, after Marius, Gregor Steelcrest will probably look over at Kellen before looking back to the thing. Okay. I guess I'll go help.
You're fine.
15, 20,
I mean,
20.
you don't have to.
You can hide behind the crate.
Don't be a hero, Gregor.
The little spiders kind of fucked you up. So.
He grips his wood cutting axe and just begins to like run in up to the front. He couldn't have gotten within immediate range. Well, I guess we could put on. That would have been here. So he could have got here. So he'll run to there.
Gil would have tried to yell, "Don't go in the sphere!"
Like as soon as he gets within 30 feet, it's just. He sort of like runs in and he takes a swing at this thing. Oop. Taking a swing. Oh, wrong sheet. That's why I couldn't find it. That would explain everything. Why did I close?
That's actually a good point. The damage for the sphere is at the end of their turn.
Oh, fair enough.
Just for turn order reference.
Fair enough. He will take a swing with his axe. 22 will hit. Deals 5 slashing as he sort of cuts through this thing. Not as much damage as he would hope, but damage nonetheless. At the end of his turn, he needs a strength saving throw. Was that right?
Yes. And I will say we still played it right because it does also say when it appears or at the end of the turn.
Yep. I double read that as soon as you brought that up.
Yeah.
Let's go. Strength save. He's pretty good strength. Oh, that one should not have had advantage.
It meets, it beats. It's
No, it's
14.
Gregor. I don't think that's right. Oh, is Gregor in the sphere? Oh, he is.
Yeah, he
I
ran up
I
into the
confused myself
sphere.
on that. Yeah, okay.
I mean, fair enough point. He hasn't seen anybody get hurt by it yet. Not even it. So.
I'm not afraid of some wind.
Oh boy.
He charges in. We'll keep his 14 there. It's the first one he rolled. Next time he rolls, he won't have advantage on that strength check. But that's it for him, and that's going back to top of initiative. We go all the way back around to Kellen now.
Oh, we're gonna do our tried and true here, Mr. Godsir. We are going longbow, 2 shots.
Longbow, 2 shots.
And then psionic die on the. I realized my flaw in my plan, so the second one that hits, or if only one hit.
You can only use the psionic die like after the hit. So if you don't use it on the first time and you miss the second shot, you can't still use a psionic die.
Okay.
Just for future reference.
Right.
But a 23 definitely hits this fucking dude. 6 damage.
But we can't use the psionic thrust until the second shot. Because then it blows
I mean,
it back
you
into the hole.
can.
That's the
No.
gamble.
Just let him not
the
be in the
gamble.
hole. We'll kill him.
So we're gonna shoot the second shot, and hopefully we can get that psionic thrust.
Can you choose just to do the damage? For my own curiosity.
Huh?
You don't have to do the thrust, right? You can just add the damage.
I don't think I have to do the
Sorry.
thrust.
Go
Let
ahead.
me-
Go ahead. That was just my own curiosity.
When you-
It
When
would also
you-
be beneficial to keep it in the sphere, just saying.
Well, but your sphere does it reaches for 60 feet down, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I have advantage if it's in the sphere.
Oh.
Just saying.
Oh, you can. Okay, sorry. I was just curious. Oh, you can always
That's
knock him
all.
prone.
You do you. Kellen, do you make
Oh,
your
that's
choices?
true. I can just slam it into the ground. Where it's at.
Happy birthday to the ground.
Got you a mutated spider.
Yeah, psionic.
Nice.
And we're gonna slam it into the ground. Happy birthday to the ground.
So the 6 damage is full. The piercing is halved, so 9 damage coming through. This thing looks pretty beat up. Strength save DC was 12 on this one. 14 manages to hold true as that psionic die or a psionic shock implodes upon impact when the arrow makes purchase. This thing is pretty bloody looking.
And that will be Kellen's turn.
Solid turn. Solid turn. From there, we'll go to Mr. Hartman himself.
I'm gonna stick to. So I'm gonna shout that like I think there might be more coming. I don't know if anyone hears that over the
Oh yeah,
storm
that's right.
here, but
You guys hear Brett shouting something, that's for sure.
What?
oh, look at him go.
It's his war cry.
Meanwhile, I think I'll cast Kinetic Jaunt, I think.
Oh,
my
wait,
bonus
can I-
action.
Can I try and read his lips?
Give me a perception or an investigation check there, Gale.
I was suddenly like, wait a minute.
This is something we've talked about like in many sessions long ago at like the end of the first year. Like we talked I remember we talked a lot
straight?
about this.
Just
We'll do
some
straight.
Or-
We'll do straight.
Okay.
Since it's been a heat of the moment, a little stressful.
13?
Bits and pieces. As you sort of look through, you see Brett sort of like he's like turning back, like calling out something. And the only words you pick out are something and the word coming.
Oh, no. Okay.
Mr. Hotman.
Ooh, something good's coming from Brett. Cute.
I'll use my bonus action to cast Kinetic Jaunt, I think.
Hell yeah.
Will I? Yeah, whatever. Don't question it. Let's just go for it. Yeah. So bonus action to do that.
Boom.
And then I'll go ahead and attack with my action. Extra attack.
Beautiful. Pulling up the scimitar.
Ugh.
A 20 will hit.
Take that.
Ooh, and as you slice through this thing for the first time with your scimitar, it doesn't resist any damage. And with 8 damage going through, tell us how you kill this thing, Mr. Hotman.
Oh, what?
Oh.
He like had his other attack ready, like his hand was raised up, and as it like falls to pieces, like dissolving into like a cloud of gas and green goo and magic green dust and body parts falling down a hole. Disgusting.
It gets picked up in the wind.
Splatters goo everywhere.
It goes everywhere.
Ugh.
Getting it whipped
Ew.
around the storm sphere.
And as this thing is dropped, this thing's body like loosely cut about, like flailed through the air, falls
Ew.
down through the tunnel, collapsing on many more of these like remnants of webs that were sort of left behind that either it didn't push through or Marius didn't knock down with the rock. Falls with a heavy thud on the ground, probably about 80-ish feet or so down. There's this moment of loose calm. Brett, make me another perception check with disadvantage as the storm sort of carries on around you.
Did Marius get the rock down there that you cast light on?
I don't
Oh
recall.
yeah, where did the rock land? What happened to that?
Oh, I wanted to throw them both so we could see how far down it was. But he threw it. His intention was more to gauge the distance, so I don't.
But did you throw it down?
Yeah, because it triggered right as you cast light.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he wanted to.
Okay. I mean,
I
we'll
don't know
say
at
you
this
tossed
point.
it down. You could see like a small section of what looks to be a cavern room down below that this tunnel seems to lead into. And
If it's
Brett,
pretty far down, I don't think it's that bright. I think
I mean,
it's only a 20-foot radius.
that's what I was gonna say. It's like a fragment of light that like loosely carries up this distance, where you can make out that there is some fraction of light down there, but as far as like what's actually down there, it's hard to pick up any exact detail.
Yeah. He really did it just to be like, oh, there's a faint light. That's roughly how far it is, rather than like, let me illuminate the cave.
And with a natural 1 perception check, you don't hear anything coming, just this whirling of wind.
I'm still gonna step back a bit. That was the whole point of my kinetic jaunt.
Makes sense. You guys are like, you are technically out of initiative, even though, you know, some of you probably are still feeling tense. There were sounds supposedly coming from in there, you think?
Is the storm sphere still going?
As far as I know, it's not dispelled.
I think Maverick went to the potty. I think he's coming back.
Ooh.
I think he's coming
Sorry, I really had to pee.
Biological needs.
I think Gale would keep it up and just kind of use the ring and quickly glance back at Kellen to like get a look at him, and then you just hear in the wind, Brett thinks that there's more coming.
Well then keep that up. Hypothetically speaking, if we threw a flask of oil in her storm sphere and Brett lit it on fire, would it create a flaming storm sphere?
I don't know. You'd have to try it and test
I
it
think-
out.
It
That
just
would
burns
use a lot
out
of oil.
instantly. It's just a big.
Yeah.
I think Gale's just gonna let down a bolt of lightning, just cause.
Hey, Zeus.
Crackles down, probably like flash lights up the tunnel there for a minute. Maybe finding purchase on like the wall of the tunnel, but nothing immediate. Hearing some rocks sort of loosely fall down. Maybe they were pretty big, making a loud enough thud to be heard over the whooshing the wind in that loose vicinity.
Trying to scare him.
Gregor probably takes a few steps back. That was well fought. We did great. You lot are awfully proficient with your various instruments of combat. It is impressive.
Good God, I hope there aren't more in there.
I think that's it, lad.
I don't know. Gale said something about there being more. Brett said something about there being more. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Brett's still like staring back towards the tunnel, like slowly lowering his swords, but he cannot tear his attention away from that. Like he might as well wait out his kinetic jaunt.
Yeah, Gale,
Paying
this
attention.
only lasts for a minute, so she's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep it up for the minute.
Just keep lightning striking down there.
Yeah, she's just gonna lightning strike a couple more times before the spell ends. Like, just like, fuck you, spiders! Ah!
All of you guys give me perception checks with disadvantage. Not really from the wind, so to speak. Like that's partially it, but also from the distance and crackling of lightning. Ooh, Mr. Hotman. Nice. 14.
Nice.
14. 15.
15. Whoop.
Oh my god.
Hey, let's go, guys. Let's go.
We rehearsed.
For Kellen and for Marius, you guys can hear through that like light wind that you are still picking up, very brief remnants of, through the crackling of the lightning that's just striking down into this tunnel, every 6-ish seconds or so. You hear that same, but slightly more muffled, screeching sound. It's almost like a chitter. And with the 16, Marius, you swear. Do you hear it use words? Ma misnaku.
I think something's saying, "Mom, I miss you."
Fucking
Aw.
kill it! Kill it!
There's nothing to kill.
Kill it! Kill it, Gab! Kill
There's
it!
definitely something in that hole.
Ah, zap, 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 zap.
Is the whole hole covered by Hairstorm?
I
It's
that,
only a
like
20-foot radius.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
it's kind of more centered a bit
yeah,
on the edge, so it's not quite full.
pretty
Oh, well.
close. Pretty
Does-
close.
Does Marius's words sound like anything that might be in any other language, like any phrase that somebody might be able to translate?
What languages does everyone speak?
Oh, that's fair. Well,
Wah.
that's all I got. I don't think it's
I assume
gonna
at
be
this
words.
point a minute's probably over now.
Oh, that's right.
Uh,
I forget Gale speaks Celestial. And
it's-
talk shit on everybody else. Gale.
As the minute does begin to grow long, spells beginning to fade. As you're sort of sitting there, Kellen, and you're like thinking, you're sort of just going over things without any roll, just sort of your natural like intelligence. It sounds loosely like Undercommon. The translation isn't great. Undercommon to common is always like a little butchered. It's just sort of how it works. But with your interpretation, I mean, essentially what he said in Undercommon would mean my children.
I do want to do this though. Before my minute runs up for my flying, he'd fly to the edge where her storm isn't and just kind of peek down.
Ooh, give me a perception check, my good sir.
That's true. Your fly was cast a little bit after.
My children? What? My children?
There's a mama
16,
bear.
consistent.
Children.
Hey.
As you're sort of over on that edge, you're looking through that brief gap in between the storm circle. Your hearing is obscured, just this. As you're sort of looking in, I mean, you swear just out of your distance of dark vision, the occasional crackling of lightning maybe creating a flash.
Hmm.
And you swear you see something down there. Something big.
Yeah. So he'll take a look, and then maybe while Kellen's thinking about that thing, he'll kind of land back down. He'll fly back over. I think there's definitely something in there.
And as he comes back over, the minute duration spells, the storm begins to thread through Brett. That
Wings
sort of
kinda
like
fade.
added flame you have begins to die down. The wings begin to gently fade out as they like flap out of existence.
Touch back down.
Hmm. Yeah, it sounded terrible. It was like,
Can we hear anything?
Give me
There's storms
perception
down.
checks, everyone.
I could throw another rock. Really good at that.
19?
24.
Dang.
That's a flat 19, by the way.
Yeah.
Some solid rolls.
nice.
If anything, Gail's a little preoccupied recomposing herself after.
The adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Gale, head throbbing. Everyone else, as soon as the winds begin to die down, all of your eyes maybe glance back over to the tunnel after sort of looking at the group reconvening as Marius touched back down. All of you besides Gale hear rapid movement. Come. Within seconds, as each of you are over there, coming over the edge, letting loose
That last
three
was so
bolts
ugly.
of acid ray. You
Oh,
see
oh
what-
god.
what looks like a spider on its lower half. Long legs, a hairy body, almost very traditional, eerily large, maybe 12-ish feet in length just in its body, as its entire height would raise to almost about 15-ish feet. As where its head should be, there's a torso. A humanoid torso that goes up to arms with long fingernails. A neck that leads up to a vaguely humanoid, maybe distant elven head with multiple sets of eyes. This strange row of jagged teeth jettisoning out from a screeching face as it comes out, letting loose 3 rays, letting loose from its hands. These green mist-like bolts that shoot from its position out to some of our targets here.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
my
God.
I thought the last one was bad. So is
See,
there like a
and the-
Mr. Spider, or like what's the whole situation like that?
Oh
I like
my
your little
God.
legs in the front.
Those are fangs.
I like your fangs.
Oh my God. No, fuck this thing.
Dude.
That's what they're trying to do. Or
Okay, guys. All right, let's roll for initiative, you animals.
The spider goes back in the hole. Got like fruits.
Oh my god. Oh.
Haha!
Let's go.
No more
Marius,
now ones for me.
nice, Marius.
The comeback kid. We need to roll.
Started
for-
at the bottom, now he's here.
Now he is here.
I'm gonna move 30 feet, and as he step 30 feet, I use my action to dash.
Imagine we just fucking left and they thought they were safe. Meanwhile, this was over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Alright, guys. Welcome.
Oh, thank God you saved us. And then this bitch
You're
rolls
welcome,
into
bye.
town.
I think those Lorehold people were actually just curious people.
Oh, thank God.
Wait, did it
Oh,
shoot
no.
acid at us?
It was
though?
supposed to have advantage. It didn't have the pop-up thing.
Oh.
But yeah,
Oh,
that's
no.
its like
Oh, okay.
surprise round,
That's true.
essentially.
God, I can't have anything.
So, so close. My one good initiative roll of the night.
And it's just one better than yours.
Yes. So as this monstrosity, this huge Drider would come over the edge, Kellen, you maybe get flashbacks of stories, ghost stories you were told. You brought them up earlier yesterday about these strange half-human, half-spider monstrosities seen during the Blood Age. And this is here in form as it's looking at all of you with its many eyes, non-blinking.
I just saw the eyes on the head.
Yeah.
It's gonna go. We'll go
Yeah,
with you
go on
3.
that.
We'll go the closest
Yeah.
3.
That's what I thought when
Guys
you
with the-
said 3.
Closest
Gregor's
targets.
gonna die.
Dead.
Gregor's
I
gonna
was like,
die.
oh
This-
Gregor
this-
was weak.
We'll go Gregor, Brett, and Gale. So this will be for Gregor. A 12 will just hit Gregor. That is his AC.
no. Well, yeah, what do you... I thought he was a fighter. What is this?
He takes,
Comparatively.
luckily, with his dwarven resistance, he takes no poison damage. As
Hey.
he takes 9 acid damage as it
Oh, damn, it's
coats
2d8.
him, and he begins like trying to slough some of the excess acid off. Oh, by the hells, this thing is a demon! He shouts out. A shotgun over to you, Brett.
Don't be rude.
Oop, why didn't it
It's our
pop up?
guest.
Wait,
Oh.
24 for Mr. Hotman.
Oh God.
Oh, that's
Ouchie.
max damage roll for the acid. That's 15
Woo!
points collectively. And the third shot heading to Gale.
Just like Silk Ball, walk it off.
12.
Shield!
Shoo. As this wind wall just envelops you, repelling the acid ray.
Get the fuck away from me, you bitch!
Sort of looking at everyone. Trying After hitting you guys, how close is everyone to it? Now that it's its
Yep.
turn, surprise attack.
I'll
Done.
do a bitch. Just
Kellen.
Oh fuck! No, go away.
Kellen, you make eye contact with this strange creature. You almost like lock eyes with its larger central eyes. And the next thing you hear,
Just throw that out.
don't get in my
I
head.
don't know what I'm thinking.
A voice sort of comes across your ear, almost like through the wind, similar to how Gale's does.
No.
This voice would sound humanoid. It would be in common. Please help a mother defend her brood. As she will use the mistress's call on you. I need a Constitution saving throw, my good sir.
Is charmed. So with the Ring of Mind Shielding, it says creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it.
Mm-hmm.
So can I choose not to hear that?
This isn't telepathic.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, everyone else would see its mouth moving. It would be speaking that strange language none of them fully understand. But to you, as you're locked in on it, it's this common voice, this weakened female voice speaking to you.
Constitution save,
Constitution saving throw, my good sir.
and I need to beat a 14, please.
DC
please,
14.
God. Oh God, no!
Oh,
Do you have anything
Nice.
else? Right, to me.
Kellen, your eyes that are already this like yellowish green tint for the most part would almost surge with this poisonous acidic green, the energy almost sloughing off into these like misty vapors from your eyes as you immediately use your reaction to attack a creature the Drider regards as an enemy.
Oh God, no!
No.
So you
I'm
can pick
just
your target, or
sorry.
I can pick your target for you, but everyone's a bit of a target right now.
Yeah, no, you get to pick. It's her call.
We'll just go with the
Yes,
closest
mistress.
Yeah,
person
the
to you.
closest.
She doesn't really know what any of you can do, but she just tells you to get the closest person next to you.
Oh God, and it's the bow.
Just a
Yeah.
hiker.
And you have extra attack.
Oh
You're-
God.
Well, it's just a reaction. It's a
Yeah,
reaction,
this
so
one
double attack.
it'll just be a single
Oh.
attack. It's almost like an attack of opportunity, essentially.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a big
23,
one.
Marius.
Cal, did you shoot me in the shoulder? You tentacle fuck.
You tentacle fuck.
I fucking knew it.
Oh god. And it
Is
had
she
to
speaking undercommon through me?
this would all be you. This is your intention. You're right. I need to help you. This is a mother. She's just, we killed her children. This isn't right. And you just turn to Marius and bop, let loose a shot.
Gale just looks
Shit.
at Brett. Help! It's again!
So to do that, it has to drop 2 of its 3 multi-attacks, leaving it 1 left. So we'll do 1 more acid spray. Oh, and Gale, your wind barrier's still up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It'll go for Brett, closest target to her. Acid spray. Natural
Oh
20.
no.
How much health is Brett have? 80 something?
81 total.
Okay.
Oh.
We got time.
18, 19,
Ow.
24 damage collectively.
Hey, that's
Holy fuck.
3 different ones though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
On a 20, that's
Yeah.
Whew.
better
Um,
than still isn't good.
Yeah, still not great, but whew.
That's it for the mistress. She may move like a little bit closer,
Brett
just like
half health.
getting closer to Brett. Try not to be too close to the edge. And then we'll go from We'll go from the mistress over to Marius.
Man, I really blew that storm sphere, huh, guys?
Obviously, I have to Eldritch Blast Kellen. My worst fears finally come true.
I understand. Have to put me down like a rabid dog. I get it.
Been waiting to put you down all day. I'm gonna do mirror image.
Mirror image. Ooh, I like it. I like it.
And so I think I can only use 4. So I'll use 4 of my healing light die. My bonus action. This has an action. Yep. I'll use my Brett.
11. Oh, the 2 1s in there. Ugh.
Right.
Overall equals out. It equals out.
And
What was that 11 for?
That's for you. He was burning his healing to give Brett a little bit of a bump with 11 HP.
Whew, thanks, buddy.
yeah.
As this like blue magic begins to mix with like your natural flames, these like temporary blue flames pop up during the healing.
That's cool.
Just trying to think if I want to move anywhere. Is Kellen like an enemy? Like, would he get attacks of opportunity and stuff on me? Or
I mean, he
You're not
seems to be
technically
regarding you
within
as an enemy.
But you're not technically within range of me to make an opportunity attack.
Yeah, he is the bow.
Also,
right
he
now.
had to use his reaction to attack you.
A very
right?
good point. That's a
that's
very
fair.
good point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just move like stay within range, but kind of behind the cart. And could I use that as half cover against Kellen's bow of douchery?
I'd say so. I'd say as long as you
I
sort
don't
of keep up there, you know, only like, you know, maybe your upper portions even remotely viewable. Sounds fair.
Okay, that's Donna.
All right.
Son of a bitch. Let me have something. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not familiar with your bowery.
You know, he's fucking slick with it.
I'm just feeling real confident right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love it. All right. So you got
Messy.
your mirror image up. You got 3 other Mariuses hopping around you. I'm gonna
everyone's
put
dream
that.
came true. There's more.
I'm gonna put these little marker things right on your token in the little green slot, just for me.
Oh yeah, that's fair. No, that helps because the dice rolls.
Yeah, because I mean we can make some tokens real quick, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Nah.
There's no way you're
Just keep
gonna
track.
get hit. Let's get that sounded
He
mean.
used to attack an extra attack. 4 attacks.
We'll go to Mr. Brett, Mr. Hotman, this strange drider up in your face, recently being healed, those blue flames lingering for just a moment.
Couple questions.
Mm-hmm.
I have this counter charm, but is Kellen considered an enemy now? So like I couldn't, because he's not a friendly creature.
I mean, it's up to you, honestly. Like with creatures and stuff, it's a little more mechanical. Like it's kind of my choice, but even if he's turned on you and is shooting at you, I think that's up to you if you consider him an enemy or a friend still. Because you can at least see his eyes are noticeably different. Like he, you know, his stance is almost a little more like robotic and stiff, not like the normal fluid Kellen. Like there are probably small visual cues to be like something's off here.
It's already charmed.
And then does this count as like a slotted spell sort of thing? Because it just takes my action.
Yeah, it's just an action. So it doesn't require any other, you know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Resource. Doesn't require any other resource.
You gotta sing a ditty.
Sing a ditty. Let's see. So
This is the song of friendship. Please don't attack your friends.
yeah, I mean, I think he'll
Tentacles.
try it.
Hell yeah. What's your performance look like? I mean, he's within 30 feet. He can assumingly hear you.
That's disrupt.
Man, I've never really figured out what Brett's performances look like. I think he just sort of like it's more of a
Heavy metal
little
screamo.
speech than a song. It's like, shake out of it, man. Like, you're our friend. What are you doing? Like, we gotta look at that thing.
I love
Oh yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's his
no,
weak
no, you're
shoulders.
right.
You're gonna side with that thing?
Oh,
The
God,
feral
no,
D-Rider?
I'm sorry. She charmed me. It's so gross. I can hear her in my brain.
Just want to speak undercommon with somebody. So you can have advantage on your next.
You get advantage on your next saving throw against being charmed, my good sir.
Woo!
That's action used by Mr. Hotman. Anything else on our turn?
And is anyone else hurt besides me? Like, is everyone a little damaged?
Just, what's his face? Gregor?
Yeah, you look back. Gregor looks a little busted, but he's looking like he's getting ready to fucking run. He is not interested in, nutting up for this fight, so to speak.
Okay, that's fine. I'll re-prep my kinetic jaunt. My bonus action. Take 2.
Nice. And you sort of flame up as the sparks sort of kick in, your kinetic jaunt activating.
And I'm gonna get some fucking space between me and this thing, finally. So if we're all booking it, trying to divide attention, like, hey ugly, like shout and run over here.
Are we booking it?
No, I'm just moving a little. Maybe I'll
Gregor's
do
probably
it,
gonna book it.
Yeah.
this kind of thing.
Well, yeah, that I can understand. That's understandable.
All right. Solid turn. Solid turn. We'll go from Mr. Hotman, if that's all. We'll go to Lady Breathtaker.
Fucking murder it, Gale.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hope that what Brett did works for Kellen, and not do what I was first thinking of, because I didn't know Brett had counter charm. So she's gonna I don't know which direction I should head. I can only go 30 feet.
Hide in the tent.
Do I trust that Brett's counter charm worked and go towards Kellen?
You know what, fuck it, yeah, she's gonna try and help divide attention like what Brett's doing. And she's gonna run off this way. Probably she's gonna let off a spell, so as she moves over here, circle appears underneath her to help her jump over the tree.
Nice.
And then as she lands, she turns and lets off a level 3 chromatic orb.
Ooh, let's go.
And we know fireworks, so fire!
Firebomb it!
We go seeking spell, please.
Spell. How many sorcery points we got left? Sorcery
2
points.
left.
Okay. Okay.
At
So
with
you're
this.
last.
2 left. Yeah, 2 left after this. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Even
right.
pure sorcerer?
God fucking God!
Oh, oh, your sphere
So goes wide.
going wide.
Are you farting kidding me?
Are you kidding me, dude?
That's all the things because I used that bonus action to get the jump.
Fair. That's fair enough. Again, you like shot across this thing's like face. You know, it kind of had to dodge the shot, so to speak. So you definitely helped split the attention. You know, your overall motive still successful here. All right. That's it for Breathtaker. We will go to Mr. Velton, Kellen himself.
Assault from the front.
So I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage, my good sir. We'll see who gets that frontal assault.
Did the counter charm not work?
But
That's
it
what
gives
gives you
It gives you
bonus on your
advantage
save.
on your saves,
Yeah.
and every turn you get to save.
There
Hey,
we
see, easy
go.
peasy.
There we go. A 24. As you sort of like blink hard a couple of times, you can feel your eyes like burning ever so slightly, kind of like chlorine in the eyes as you like blink real hard, and your vision sort of comes back to, and you know, you're on the battlefield. And you remember all those thoughts you just had. You remember everything it did. I mean, you know this thing took you over for that period of time.
Fucking gross! Get out of my brain! And he'll turn towards it. And longbow shot.
A 15 will just miss this guy.
Oh!
Just
Damn.
miss.
Longbow shot, psionic die, and telekinetic thrust.
17 will hit.
Yo. Hey, max
And-
psionic die. Let's
Oh,
go.
Let's go.
Strength save,
14.
bitch.
Let's go. So let me take off this. What's that? Boop, boop. All right.
Oh, and we're trying to push her in the hole.
Trying to push her in the holio. That's a strength. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Strength save.
Eat it.
A 6.
Eat it.
It will go 5, 10. Its massive form clinging to the wall as you push it back. It's so massive. You do push it into the hole, but it managed to sustain itself maybe 10, 15-ish feet down the rim of this hole as you hear it sort of call out with
Eat it.
solid shot. That's our actions. Anything else, my good sir?
As a bonus action. No, we're gonna save that. Never mind.
Solid.
We're good.
Solid. Save up some resources. At the end of your turn, bottom of initiative, Gregor will dead sprint your direction, Kellen. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And he sort of
Hey, I don't
looks,
blame him.
he like looks back, not using his full action to continue dashing, but dashes his full 35 movement, like faster than maybe expected. Sort of getting further back into this like opening of the glen, sort of glancing at all of you. How are we supposed to defeat this thing? What are we even to do?
Just watch our backs. Just watch our backs, Gregor. We got this.
And he grabs onto his wood axe with 2 hands, just like keeping an eye on the surroundings while glancing back over to the tunnel, the big hole every now and again. Go to top of initiative. We'll go to the Drider Mistress. She'll use 15 feet
Isn't this
collectively.
fun? We have an audience.
We need to roll to recharge, see if Mistress's call comes back. It comes back on a 5 or a 6. That is a 1. We do not get Mistress's call back.
Fuck
Thank
you,
God.
spider lady.
It's going to like hold up one of its clawed hands sort of glance between several different targets, and rapidly its hands will move, jettisoning out 3 shots in rapid succession. One shot going for Gale.
Eh.
One shot going for Kellen.
Boo then.
And another shot going for Brett.
Why?
So we'll go Gale first on this shot. 16.
Oh, even if I shield, it still hits. That only brings me up to a 16.
What is my AC?
Yeah, that hits.
So it's going to be 8 damage,
Hey.
7 acid,
All
1
right, low
poison.
damage. Low damage.
And we will go to we'll go Kellen next. Acid ray, normal,
This Gale just.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
dirty 20 with a collective 20 damage.
Wow.
Who was that on Kellen?
That was on Kellen. 16 acid, 4 poison. Coom, landing with a heavy thud. This massive ray of acid that just beams you.
Oh, yeah, it, like, hits him right in the torso and just, like, starts sizzling.
Oh yeah, and it's like you're dealing with the sizzle. You like had the breath knocked out of you as you're trying to just like quell this like burn as much as possible. Not pretty, not pretty. Final shot, final acid ray going over to Mr. Hartman. Ooh, a 10.
Oh,
Ooh, going
at least one of
wide.
us is spared.
Landing probably off into the forest somewhere, breaking through several branches, splattering about the general terrain. Let's see, that was 15 feet. I'll go 5, 10, 15, the last 15 feet of movement to try to close in on Brett. Thinking it could somewhat bear down on you, unaware of exactly what you're capable of in your final form. That's gonna be it. That's all she's got. We'll go over to Marius, top of your guys' turns.
Now, I did not attack you this time.
And that strange, like, greenish glow coming from his eyes is long gone.
I
And
still
you did
remember.
tell me, you did hear me yell, "Get out of my head."
Doesn't make me feel any better.
And then I
You've
shot
had it
her.
out for me since day one when I killed that performance in the library. I could see it. Sorry, I got distracted because I think my AC's off. I don't know why it's 14. I think it's 11. I'll fix it. Anyway.
Oh, that may have been from like magic armor.
So I
Or
was
mage
thinking,
armor.
because I have no deck, so even with armor, it's 11. I went that. Anyway, sorry, I just put that 11. And then I'm gonna hex.
Hex, good call. No save needed. What's your hex look like on this thing?
It's kind of like a silvery, like kind of like if a beam of moonlight was on it.
Ooh, it's like illuminated in moonlight, basically.
Yeah.
That's
And then
cool.
I have disadvantage on strength checks.
Fucking smart.
Eat it, bitch.
Fucking smart.
And then Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast.
Pop, pop. An 18
Cam.
will hit this guy. 8 damage.
Let's hex.
Damage on top.
Woo.
And then one more.
Natural
Nice.
20.
Hey.
The damage from your hex would also be doubled if it applies on every hit you make.
It does
Hell
every time I
yeah.
hit him with an attack.
Nice, let's go. So it's 16 damage with that shot. These shots almost like ringing out throughout the forest. A big hit on that second shot. Big hit.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, bonus action. Yep. Good. All done.
Solid fucking turn. This thing is hexed up, glowing in the moonlight. Brett, it will be your turn, my good sir. Your kinetic jaunt still up, that flame form sort of embedded on you.
How much does it take to pop a health potion? Is that a bonus action?
Bonus action, yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I always forget to use health potions. I'm gonna actually remember that this time.
It's definitely like a common D&D group trope, like having all these like potions and stuff, and it's like, oh, we have that.
When they brought up the potion from the first one, I was like, yeah, I do have a health potion. Look at that.
Yeah, I have a 2d4 plus 2 in here. I'm still keeping my orientation potion for now. So
Of course.
Potion.
You have to.
good luck potion. So.
And this one was just like a potion of healing?
Yeah, it's one I bought at some point.
Okay, so it'll be 2d4 plus 2 healing with a bonus action.
2d4. Okay, that's something.
6, hey, 6 hit points as some of these wounds begin to mend, the flames kicking up slightly.
Is it 2d4 plus 4?
No, it's however many d4 you have is what the modifier is, so that the greater potions are 4d4 plus 4, and it like scales up like that.
Okay.
That's like that's how I remember it anyways.
I just wrote down 2d4 plus 4. Oh no, I have plus 2. Should I take that off? Should it just be 2d4? It's an old one from the very beginning.
If it's from the very beginning, it's probably a 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, just making sure.
No, you're good.
Rock the bell.
All right.
So I'll do that,
Action.
and then let's see. Yeah, I'll do that. So I still have my kinetic jaunt active. I'm going to run over here, 25 feet.
Fire trail left behind.
And I'm going to heal my good friend Kellen.
Woo!
Let's do.
Oh, Kellen.
We'll do.
You heard me. He needs his wings for a couple of turns.
He needs to think about what he's
He's
done.
done. He hit my good shoulder. Now I have just 2 bad ones.
We'll do a. We'll do 3rd level healing spell.
3rd level. Holy cow.
Everyone's at 3rd level. Oops, what am I doing?
It's an extra 2d8. That's
Yeah.
a lot. There you go. That's also plus your spell casting ability modifier.
Big
Solid.
hill.
There it is. And then 2 more d8.
Yeah, 2 more d8 on top of the 10 you already rolled. Damn, 22 points of healing from Brett
You feel
over to
better?
Kellen.
Hell yeah, that puts me right back.
Don't worry, I gave myself 6.
So that I could give you 22.
So it's 25. I still have 15 feet of movement.
Yeah, with your kinetic jaunt up, adding that extra movement, yeah. It's crazy.
So I'll just sort of skirt to the side over here. Right there. Skirt.
Just a quick whirl of movement as you parkour around the battlefield.
All over the fucking map.
I love it.
That's what it's for.
So good. All right, if that's it for Mr. Hotman, we're gonna go over to Lady Breathtaker.
This goddamn motherfucking Spider Queen needs to fucking die! She's gonna go again. Swear to God. Chromatic Orb! With this fight, I mean, like, none of the other magic seem to be, like, reduced effects, right? It's just, like, non-magic things that are reduced.
Yeah, that seems to be it, at least with the previous one. This one, even like piercing and slashing seems to be true. So far, it hasn't like resisted anything quite yet. You guys have thrown at it.
She's gonna be true to herself right now and be like, "This fuck fire bullshit." Lightning ball.
Lightning ball. What level are we casting this at?
3rd level.
3rd level. A 21 will hit.
Die, you fucking bitch.
27
Oh,
damage.
damn.
That is crazy. That is wild. Holy shit. Big damage as your lightning ball. It starts from your hand like almost smaller. As it gets closer, it grows and grows as it spins, landing in a massive hurl of lightning damage.
And by the time she looks over, I've already jumped through the air 10 feet and then run another 10, 20, and other side of the hole. Fuck you, bitch.
I love it. I love it.
She runs up on you and you're all by yourself.
Oh god. Then I'm gonna fly away. I still have one 3rd level spell.
We will go over to Kellen.
How's this creature ugly thing looking?
It's taken a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Give me an insight check.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now you just have a bonus action left. So.
It's hard to tell anything with this thing. It's so alien to you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just we'll try our we'll do bow. We'll bow. First attack. Poof.
15 will just miss this thing.
Second attack, psionic die, telekinetic thrust.
27 will definitely hit. 15 damage collectively.
Strength save back in the hole.
God damn.
And it has disadvantage.
Has disadvantage
Oh, yeah, it does.
because of Hex. Because of Hex.
Oh.
Strength save, disadvantage. A 9.
Hey.
A 5.
Back in the hole.
Can you choose what direction to push it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was enough. Kind of climbed out. It's on the edge.
Yeah, I think even if I moved it to where you pushed it that direction, it would basically be about the same. So it's like half on the edge, like it's basically like back spider, half like clinging on to the edge, like it's like giant bulbous butt is just like clinging down, like touching the tunnel wall. Basically, its upper half is almost like completely straight up, as if like, you know, it would be standing up. If that makes any sense, like it's fully extended.
Yeah.
But yeah, solid hit.
Yeah, we'll end it off there.
All right.
Die, lady.
It will be her turn, and I gotta recharge. Do a recharge. See if she gets Mistress's Call. She does not get Mistress's Call back.
Roll the 4.
She's gonna go. Oh man.
She knows where she's going.
She's gonna. I mean, the person that's probably done the most consistent damage so far is probably Kellen. I think she's gonna go 2 shots at Kellen and 1 shot back at Gale.
Oh,
So we'll go with
angry.
Gale's shot first. 17.
God damn it.
Ooh, you take 15 damage. 10 acid,
That's
5
okay.
poison.
That's okay. So it's 29, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
And then 2.
Yeah, I'll let out another
Kellen.
scream.
18.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh, you take 19 damage collectively. 14 acid, 5 poison. Another glob. Boom, impacting hard. As the second shot your way. 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
He's gonna double shot.
As you take 14 more damage. Collectively 33 damage, if I'm doing math.
Good lord.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt.
Heavy impact. As this thing sort of looks at each of you, like screeching. I'm gonna roll. Let's do normal. As it sort of looks around, some of you may notice that it would glance at the tunnel ever so slightly, as if to go back in. But it looks at all of you menacingly, steeling itself in combat as it sort of begins to climb up out of the hole. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, as it scrambles across the space and gets
Oh god, no!
up in Marius's and Kellen's business.
No, Marius, no!
But
now you care.
it is out of actions, though, thankfully so. Used all of its attacks already. It's just decided not to flee. It's further engaging in. And with that, we'll go over to Marius, perfectly enough.
If I move 5 feet away, I won't have a disadvantage, right, on my range anymore.
Correct. Yeah, as long as you're not within like direct melee confrontation with something.
So if I move and they get attack of opportunity, I still have my mirror image, right? It would still work.
Yeah, mirror image would still like apply then, so it'd have to roll to see if it hits one of those before it would hit you.
Okay, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and back up maybe 10 feet.
All right. Post the mirror image for me again. Do I just roll a flat d20 and then?
Yeah, each time roll a d20 to determine who attacks. I guess I roll it. Should I roll it?
Yes.
So on a 6, because I have 3. So 6 or higher, it hits Duke.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
okay, so it hits
Oh,
me.
no.
You.
Thought it was worth it.
It'll be a melee for it. Ooh, what melee do we want to go with?
Body.
It'll go for a bite. As it's like huge, like body like looms over, and as you go to move, its torso just like lashes down its legs, lowering it to the forest floor to get within range.
Saucy.
Oh
my
God.
No!
Yes.
Yes!
Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. You slide out of range.
Creepy spider, bitch.
Okay. I'm gonna do. I didn't break out my meta magic in a cool way, but. Oh, it's at the top. So I'll spend 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell. And I'm gonna do Guiding Bolt at level 2.
Let's go.
Let's go.
5d6. Hell you.
I just had to set it for 4, so roll an extra one.
Yeah.
Oh,
a
no.
natural 1.
So I'm gonna use Seeking Spell.
Beautiful. Take off
That's
those
like
2
all my
sorcery points.
sorcery. I got 1 left.
Hey, you got this. Anything's better than the natural 1 you just rolled.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
take the dirty 20 to hit. Let's go.
Well, and also this is a big one to hit with Guiding Bolt, so...
25.
5.
Wow.
Phew.
Is that and then Hex, right?
And then Hex, another 1d6. Is that right?
That's
nice.
27.
Boom. Slam
then-
this thing.
And then I'll Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, because that
Those are
was
cantrips, right?
yeah, because you turned it into a bonus action. So yeah, you got your action with the cantrip.
First one I'll roll with advantage.
23 will hit.
Oh.
8 damage
plus
hitting true.
Hex. 14.
6. With your first shot. Tell us how you finish off the
Ah!
Nice, 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 nice.
I guess when I hit it with the guiding bolt, it's just kind of like it's like this burst of just kind of this silvery light, and then it lingers, and then yeah, it's just like let me say like right through center chest, just the Eldritch Blast, and it just kind of like punches a hole through. It's just
Oh, as soon as it punctures that hole, boom, your light emanating through it as it already has this moonlight glow, that light pulsing as the contact is made. And this thing immediately begins to retch up what looks like dark green ichor. Before seconds later, it would explode in this plume of greenish mist and goo and innards as it ruptures. All of you within about 20 feet.
As soon as it ruptures, can I change the wind direction?
keep it away from you.
If you were
Make it go that way.
give me an Arcana check.
Can I?
Oh, God.
If you weren't so far away, I'd give it to you. But there's
It's
some
well,
distance.
it's 100-foot. It's 100-foot radius sphere centered on me.
This is like a reaction time thing because it literally like implodes and starts vomiting, and then it's like. Unless you have another skill you'd like to put up for it, I think Arcana may be the best one.
I can use my other Eldritch Blast on Kellen.
I was thinking maybe
Square up that
insight
bed.
because she saw the other ones explode earlier.
I'll give you a history or a
history?
perception.
I
History
just want to know
or
what this thing's
perception.
gonna do.
Can I use a psionic energy die to shield myself from the goo?
Since you're close enough, I'll give it to you.
Give
to
it
you.
a go.
It is. It is.
Is this roll at normal, Matt?
Yeah,
Protected
it'll be at
shield.
normal. It'll be
Okay,
at
just making
normal.
sure.
And we'll just say like 13 or higher. Nothing too wild.
Oh, well, you can reduce the
Easy
damage.
enough. Easy enough. Just like a sheer guess as you see parts of it form, like begin to crack and almost bulbous for the split second. You change the wind in that direction. Kellen, in this moment, as it begins to you immediately like put up your psionic field for any extra shrapnel as this thing bursts and its like remains are essentially scattered a couple feet forward as the wind gusts, shielding all you from the damage, but like spreading the entire like this backside of the forest over here. Just
Yeah.
spreading it with parts of this thing, with bits of its blood and ichor. It's a gnarly sight, but it's not on you guys, so there's that.
Gail has a perfect view of it from right here. She just leans over and
Because it's like it's so instantaneous. It's like pop, boom, hit by an industrial fan, basically.
See, I fucking told you guys. I fucking told you guys we should have just burned it all down. Should have just fucking burned it all down. We're gonna burn everything that's in that hole down, right?
Well, yeah,
Everything.
somebody's gotta go down there.
The webs are like too flammable. They like burn immediately.
Light it all on fire. Light it all on fire.
Well, we gotta go down there and make sure all the things are dead. I don't know how deep it goes. Can't just burn all the webs at the top.
Can we hear
Gregor!
anything else?
Do we have something flammable or?
Give me wait. I mean, I don't know if we have to roll anything, but if you want, you can give me a fly, and I'll fly down there, and then I'll cast Flaming Sphere, and I'll just throw it on everything. You know, just bounce around, moves along. I don't know if it's possible.
Well, I mean, what's the range on that thing? Do you need to be flying?
Well, it's like 80 feet down, and it's a 60-foot range. But when I'm down there, I can just keep pushing it in front of me, because I can direct it. And just...
I only have one fly spell.
Gives me 10 minutes.
I got one more in me.
If it's even possible, I don't know. It's up to Matt.
I'll say, just in the name of time, you guys maybe do use some of these last resources. Maybe giving Fly, using the flaming sphere as you sort of go in and begin clearing out a few portions of it. Seems to be a very minor sort of tunnel system. Burning out some of these webs, burning out even a couple of those strange stitched spiderlings that sort of reemerge. You managed to get some of those, and everyone else probably joining in, helping clear out. And after a bit of exploration, not too difficult enough, especially with the main threats taken care of, the one or two spider stitchlings that sort of come out of hiding. You guys would find this strange clutch of like dark green glowing eggs. Each egg sort of in these nestles of like 12 to 10, while there are like a few more of these like offshoot groupings. It's like a clutch of maybe 60, 70 of these strange, sickly green eggs.
Fucking burn up!
Nope.
Burn 'em up!
Nope. Burn it. Burn it. Burn it.
Yeah, I'm kind of that opinion too.
All right. Unless there's any contradiction, you guys proceed to
No, fucking burn it all.
torch the entire
Right.
place, doing a full cleanse, a purge, leaving no stone left unturned, doing a thorough investigation. That taking a good amount of time, maybe about close to an hour-ish, just to fully check through everything in this like minor network of tunnels. Heading back up to the surface, maybe at the aid of like some ropes set up, maybe by Gregor and those that sort of stayed back during the final cleansing. You guys would come up top, maybe do a loose investigation of the area, poke around, make sure there's nothing unseen or hidden in the general vicinity, and feeling well enough assured, you all, Gregor accompanying, would make your way back to Himble. After a warm reception from the town people there, they would be elated from you being able to help them, calling you all heroes of Himble, all of them sort of praising you, asking if they could maybe host you all for the current Last Harvest Festival that they kind of missed by about a day.
Gold's fine, guys. It's we have just
I mean, we'll
whatever
take a party
valuables you
too.
got.
Also, well, actually, no, we had baths the other day. Fuck it, I need another bath. That was gross.
You need a prestidigitation off in the forest before you get that pristine water.
I got acid all over me. Nasty.
I mean, how long would it take to hang around for this? Because, like, we do have to get back. I think we stayed longer than we ever intended at this
Sure,
point.
it's been one day.
Like we usually do.
Okay, one more day.
As you guys would get back to Himble, it's probably like a little after midday or so, after the 2-ish hour travel there and back. So I
might
mean,
as well party and stay the night.
it's up to you guys.
Marius' vote.
I mean, I definitely need to recuperate. I'm looking worse for wear.
I mean, I'm not feeling great either. It's true.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, party sounds great.
I mean, I'll burn the rest of my spells to heal everybody up.
Feed me
thematically.
my alcohol through my IV bag in my hospital room.
We just don't have any way to let them know, because we said we'd try and come back tomorrow.
Huh.
Well, today now.
They know a town, right?
Yeah, through the spider web path that they don't know is clear yet.
But they'll be all the happier to see us.
I mean, if you guys like, you could always make the 4-hour trek to there and back. 2 hours ish both ways, roughly.
I mean, if Brett gets healed up, it's just a little jog.
Just a quick 3-hour sprint for Brett.
There and back.
I think it's round.
That's a
Anyway,
little pre-banquet marathon, right? Work up an appetite.
it is cutting season.
It's gotta be, remember?
Yeah, like on the
Well,
one
Marius is
hand, we
gonna
don't
egg
want
out
to stay in
regardless.
places long and stuff, and like, but on the other hand, we're all beaten up, and they said they're throwing a party.
And technically, we've been on the move all day.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
is, this is true.
I'll take my chances. I'm just gonna chill here with these lovely people.
So is
Yeah.
Brett having a little jog?
We at least need a short rest before we do anything.
I mean, Marius can go with Brett. So
I'm down. We can do a little
I'm not
short
that
rest
hurt.
as you guys get
At
back
least.
to Himble. Get a little bit of a breather if you so choose, maybe about an hour or so if those of you that would like to, and then you guys can split
Yeah.
up. 2 heading off to the ship, 2 staying back, or if that would change anyone's opinion, you can all head to the ship and come back, or you can head to the ship and head out, whatever you guys so choose.
You can use hit die during a short rest, right?
Yeah, during a short rest, you can use as many hit dice as you like.
Thank God.
As many as you like.
I have heals. If anybody wants. Why? There's all roll night. Oh, never mind. There's another button.
Benny, I just noticed you're here. Are you here? Are you?
Yeah, hi Benny.
I,
If
yeah.
you're here.
My Discord is in streamer mode, so I literally didn't even hear the ping when you came in.
This was a while ago.
I don't know. He did pop in a while.
Okay,
But
that's a bit better. Now I'm at 43 of 47.
Benny
Hey, there you are,
Boo.
Benny.
Hey,
What's up, Boo? Did you want to come in for a little cameo at the end here?
yeah, I'm there.
Yeah,
Aelidy's
a little Aelity guest spot. She was sort of hanging back on the ship. She decided to stay with the Blades of the North.
Hell
She
yeah.
doesn't like spiders.
Full hell.
So Brett and Marius, after their short rest, probably heading back over to the ship, letting the Blades of the North let them know what happened, as well as informing Aelity. When you two would get there, Marius and Brett, Liliana would be there. Liliana would probably be there speaking with Aelity, maybe even like Captain Casper up above deck. As you guys would get back to the ship, Liliana would, briefly, again without getting too much in the name of time, she would inform you guys that her trip to Ravnica was successful. She was able to find appropriate spell work that should hopefully save you guys a couple hundred gold from her estimation, about 800-ish gold per person, with gold dust, with diamond dust and the other ingredients included.
Hell yeah.
As well as able to secure essentially what she believes to be the last remaining diamond dust needed. Able to pull a few strings and getting all of this maintained and figured out within about a day and a half or so, kind of like you guys had.
Wait, you said it would cost 800 diamond or gold of diamond per person?
Diamonds and other components, like with everything
Okay.
included.
Okay.
And again, just for like continuity's sake, if you were to get this done anywhere else, that's just like materials. That's not time spent or the spellcraft needed. So getting this done somewhere else would be easily double that, if not more. And so she lets you guys know that, again, she was incredibly successful finding appropriate spell work, finding enough components while having to spend basically every gold that you guys had in the group fund. She was able to acquire all the components needed. So I'd imagine her and maybe even the entirety of the Blades of the North as a celebration. They would all accompany Marius and Brett back to Himble.
Yeah.
We would see everyone sort of come to this like small little hamlet here, these homes built into the trunks of trees. In the meantime that you guys had been gone, Marius and Brett, a couple of like banners and such had been set up. They've tried to spruce the place up, putting up various decorations and streamers, very similar to what you guys saw like being set up in Silk Meadow a couple days ago at this point. And we'll sort of close out there as we would see our group enjoy good drink, enjoy good company, enjoy good food, Liliana letting the rest of the group know probably a little bit later in the night that everything is solved. And as soon as they get back on the ship, they'll begin the necessary spell work and begin to start branding people and hopefully get some security. That way you guys could proceed on to the Pinzari Isles in safety.
She's gonna brand us with her name. It's just gonna be like that cult.
She would probably like if there
We
were
see your
like
lower backs.
if there were jokes or anything made or like any comments of like a design, she would let you know with the spell work she found that each imagery can be unique, allowing each of you to pick any design you so choose to be embedded with the magic you guys need.
Ooh.
I've been a
That's
fan of the
cool.
risk you guys took by making the stop.
Oh, nice.
And we'll sort of pan out as the sun begins to set on the second day here in Himble. As everyone's having a good time, Captain Casper, the other Blades, mingling about with some of the halfling folk. Gregor probably recounting glorious like stories and such from his time at Strixhaven. Liliana and you guys probably sharing like knowing glances, like grinning at like comments where he's explaining like what some of the campuses are and how everything sort of works there.
Sounds crazy, man.
And with that, guys, that will close out our second year of our Strixhaven campaign. That is the last epilogue.
Holy shit.
That's the last epilogue. Next time we play, it's year 3.
Level
Also,
10, yay!
Year
For
3, the
clarification.
Heroes of Himble.
over those weeks that we were traveling, Gail would have been checking everyone's things with Identify. She didn't find anything on anyone's shit.
Nothing that gave off like a magic aura.
God damn it.
Does everyone comply with Gail's
Yeah.
identify
Yeah.
searches?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't think of
she'd
if
be
I
like,
have anything personal.
it's not that I don't trust you. It's I would just want to make sure that nobody has anything that anyone could have possibly enchanted without our knowledge.
I think that's very fair. Yeah, no magic given. I think the only thing that may catch your attention, maybe you're doing like some of your last checks, maybe Kellen's one of the last ones. It doesn't give off any magic. Again, there's nothing, magical that's necessarily given off about it. But oddly enough, it just sort of catches your eye just remembering even that time you found it. Would be that strange, almost like phoenix crest that you guys found in the haversack.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like a super pale, like maybe once dark wood, like small fixture. It has this like rising phoenix form, like kind of carved into it. The staining very old on it. Clearly not magical as its age is super prevalent.
Burn.
Burn. Got it. Take that. Identify.
It's a phoenix that doesn't mind.
DM checkmate. But other than that, that's probably the only like strange oddity that you guys would find. I'm trying to find the freaking art for that thing. Where is it?
The little phoenix.
Yeah, I literally was just looking at it the other day, and I can't.
Yeah, I was like, I swear you
find it.
showed it to us, but
Yeah.
I forgot.
What would Liliana make of the monsters we fought?
She once you guys have sort of
Oh.
explained some stuff. Oh, did you find
is it?
now?
I think it's player art handouts at the very bottom. Phoenix
What?
crest.
I put it in there. I did put it in there. You were 100% right.
Haha.
You were 100% correct, my good sir. That was the strange little, almost like totem that you guys found with the go bag that you guys found out in the bogs.
Oh,
Forgetting
that's
about
where we
that.
found
Did we
it.
ever show that to Captain Professor?
I'm not sure if you guys ever did.
What would Captain
Maybe.
Professor have to say about this?
Yeah, like Kellen goes to hand that to Gail, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, we found that. I guess that was L's, wasn't it? Huh?"
Liliana would take it and give it a once over and look kind of perplexed, handing it back. Yeah. Is it not magical? Is there nothing to it?
I don't know.
Oh,
It seems old. I don't know.
and where did you come into possession of this?
It was in the bag. You
The
know, the
bag.
bag that we found in the room from the bogs from that one time that we down there.
Oh, the bag full of like emergency supplies in case someone needed to make an exit.
Yeah,
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
yeah. Forgot
Yeah.
about
So,
it. Because
so this must have been
know.
Els, right?
Possibly
so.
Els, maybe one of her associates.
Oh, that's true. She could be working with other.
Yes, that's something we have to keep in mind is we're not exactly sure the numbers that are there on campus, how far the corruption spreads, but if you found that in that bag, I would recommend maybe getting rid of that, and possibly maybe we get rid of the bag. Knowing
Yeah, we,
knowing that you're carrying something familiar could be dangerous. Now again, they may not even know you have it, but
That's a good point. We
yeah,
should-
no. Maybe we can in the next town that we stop, and we can just see how much gold we can catch for this stuff.
Right. And Aelody, we would sort of see you like milling about here at this celebration. Which one of you guys would be regaling Aelody with everything that you guys went through?
Probably Brett, right?
Yeah. It was like so disgusting. It was like, and it had these things sticking out of his mouth. Like, I'm trying like this. Like,
God, you guys smell like shit.
It was so gross, Aelody. They were so fucking disgusting looking.
it exploded.
I'm so happy I stayed on the ship. That sounds terrible.
Doesn't I kept telling them we should burn everything with fire, and they just wouldn't listen.
Everything dies with fire. Why didn't you use fire?
Well, because then everything would die from the fire. Like
Oh,
all
you
the
guys would
trees
die.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess we're bench team name. I guess because we can't go by Team Snarl anymore, you know. So we are the heroes of Himble or Himble.
Huh.
So, yeah, that sounds way better than Team Snarl. So
Watch your mouth. Then. You don't know what that Snarl did for me.
Sounds very homely.
yeah, what did it do for you, Marius? Exactly.
It killed us.
You were there, me and Brett healed it. Okay.
Yeah, what else did it do to you in your dreams, Marius?
In your dream.
It told me to watch out for this tentacle dude that might shoot you in the shoulder one day.
You shot him in the shoulder,
It
Kevin?
was an accident. The thing got in my head.
You ever see a glint in somebody's eye where they get real happy and excited? It was that same look.
It took
Yeah.
over my brain. Brett saw it. He can vouch for me.
I
Yeah, I
knew.
was like,
I knew
"Step
Kellen
out
was
of
always
the-"
jealous of your ex. So
Uh-oh, the tea.
I got haters everywhere.
yeah.
The only person that I
So,
was
Liliana, did you
jealous...
share that I have an ex now?
Oh,
Do you know
God.
Mandolin? It's made of Phalid.
And with that, we'll close out our session.
I tell you, I've killed a spider with an arrow in my shoulder.
Man, I feel like that's the longest session we've had in a while.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
This is long, though.
That's
Yeah.
a good.
I mean, like last week was long, but like this, last week was more just a lot happening. Like this,
Oh my
this
god.
is just long and a lot.
Benny!
Benny boy, we got to have the whole gang back for the end. That's so
The gang's back
exciting.
together.
Yeah, I'll be here next Sunday.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so you'll be here for the start of campaign.
Yeah. So most of November, I think all of November, I may run like a one shot, but we probably won't run Strixhaven until December-ish, unless obviously dates are hard for people. Then we'll shoot for January.
Dang, dude. Crazy.
Oh,
Wild.
That'll be almost a full year of us playing Strixhaven, by the way. It's pretty crazy.
what does that mean in the interim? What are we gonna be doing?
So many things.
So many things. We'll have Mav's game next week.
That's true. That's
We'll
right.
have Mavi's
Mhm,
game.
mhm.
Learn to play
And-
that
and
elephant,
then-
dude.
The 13th, 20th, and 27th. I mean, they're open if anyone wants to run anything. If anyone has any vibes or anything in particular they're thinking.
I'll think
Uh,
about it.
Ideally, we played second session of my game, like first, well, maybe like 4th or 11th of December.
Mm.
It's fair. It's fair. That makes sense.
Because that seems to be what Austin can commit to for now, is once a month.
Or we
Has
shoot
some leeway-
for-
if he has some headway before.
I mean, if you want to like
Uncle
sort of
Flo.
like set it up in stone, it could be like, you know, first Sunday of the month sort of thing.
That's what I'd like. Try and get him to commit like first Sunday of the month. Just that's it.
I think that's dope. And that should be enough headway. It's just like, I mean, especially if you're like, yeah, you broadcast it, like you message them like, hey, the next game would be this day. Like, here you go. We just finished the session. Here's when the next session is.
Yeah. Ideally, I'm wanting it to be like as after we finish session 1, it's like, all right, let's go ahead and schedule session 2.
sure.
What day is good next month?
For sure.
Cool. I gotta go figure out dinner with roommate.
For sure. Yeah, it is late. My apologies.
No, good
Yeah.
game, good game.
It was
Bye
good.
bye.
So good.
Oh,
Deuces.
so good. Bye
We
Bye.
had
bye.
3 combats.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot.
You guys did it. You
Murder.
survived.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna die again.